Today's story is about a person we're going to be referring to as the CRONUS Man. The CRONUS Man, also known as MUTEX, is somebody who has been able to gain so much success in the streaming world, even after doing everything wrong, everything that goes against the grain. He was able to succeed as a partnered streamer on Twitch TV. This is a man who way back on the old Modern Warfare games was being racist, using the M word. I'm not going to repeat that, but he was using this whilst live on stream.
Put a pistol to your face and shoot you.
There are videos out there still surfaced on the internet of him using those words. In fact, it wasn't just on stream, it was within tweets as well. This guy was a racist, but for some reason he was able to overcome that obstacle and continue to grow as a streamer. But further down the line, he was signed with organisations, signed with pro teams, but that didn't end well for him at all. After he decided to leave Dallas Empires the way he did, I'm guessing he thought somebody else was going to snap him up, but still, there were crickets playing. He hasn't heard a thing from a decent pro team or any organisation that want him to be a part of that, and rightfully so. With the history this guy has got, who on earth would want to go near him?
I'm not interested.
Well, it would appear the companies are still willing to sponsor him because he rocks hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch TV, and he hits thousands of concurrent viewers whilst he's live on that platform. This is a guy who still gets invited to multiple big money tournaments and has done since the start of Call of Duty Warzone. But that isn't where it all ends. The story's only just getting started with this guy. He is literally a walking example of how not to do it, and yet it still seems he's able to succeed. The CRONUS Man, was once live on his Twitch channel, streaming to all of his viewers, something that he had done on a daily basis for a very long time, until one day. This day, in fact, was the most iconic day that would ever exist for MUTEX. He was live streaming and he accidentally showed the wrong computer desktop. He showed the desktop of his streaming PC, and on that PC there was a program that shouldn't have been there. CRONUS Pro. CRONUS Pro is a program which allows you to actually script the CRONUS Max device, and the CRONUS Pro essentially allows you to add scripts to your controller. And to set these cheats off, all you need to do is a sequence of buttons, or you can press the button on the CRONUS Max itself. And this is something more recently that the All Gaming guy has decided to point out. For a long time, early on in Verdansk, MUTEX appeared to do a sequence of button pressing as he landed in every game. This was prior to anybody knowing that he had CRONUS Pro on his PC. So was this MUTEX actually enabling his scripts for the CRONUS Max? It's a possibility. But CRONUS Pro being on his desktop on the streaming PC, many people believed that this meant he couldn't have used the device on his gaming PC. This is where it gets interesting.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All you need that program for is to load the script onto the device. Once that is done, you no longer need to have that program active whilst using the device. So you can literally use that program on a laptop. You could use it at somebody else's home and still use the device in your home. All you need to do is plug the USB device in, plug your controller into it, and off you go. But due to the fact that MUTEX accidentally showed CRONUS Pro on a live stream, he felt the need to address this instantly. He decided to go on a 15-minute rant whilst doing laps of his home. You could see him aggressively walking and pacing around his living room, whilst trying to explain to his viewers that this CRONUS Pro program was from back when he was a Call of Duty pro gamer. and that he hasn't used it since. But based on the history of his pro career, that would have been 7 years prior to the date of him having CRONUS Pro on that PC. So he's saying he's had hold of that PC for 7 years, and I'm sure there's a chance he has, but in this case, it looks more like he's found a way to get out of a sticky situation. He even went as far as saying he uninstalled the program there live on stream, but then on another stream, when he's trying to prove his innocence and prove that he has uninstalled it, it was still on his PC. And you could tell by the shock in his face, he did not expect this to happen, not one bit. MUTEX at this point seemed a little bit nervous. He was having to prove to people that there was nothing running on that program. But here's some more information. Unless your device is plugged into CRONUS Pro, you will not see any of the scripts that have been added to your device. It is that simple. If your device is plugged into that computer for loading purposes, then you will see all the scripts that are added onto that device. But this is just one of many issues that have occurred when it comes to MUTEX. The CRONUS Max is 100% a cheating device. It allows you to auto jump shot, auto drop shot, auto strafe, anti-recoil, sticky aim, and many others. If you are able to add all of those features into your gameplay and you are already good at the game, of course it's going to make you better. So if MUTEX is using this device at that time, surely his gameplay that he's putting out is all based on lies and cheats. And this is something that many people still defend. It was a program from 7 years ago when he was a pro, and the reason he claimed that was because the pros at the time used the CRONUS Max to stop connectivity issues with their controllers on PlayStation 4 at LAN events, and that is it. If you have a look at MUTEX's Call of Duty professional career, it doesn't really add up, not one bit. But let's move forward a little bit. MUTEX was involved in something extremely shady on top of the CRONUS device, on top of his racism, on top of his toxicity towards Dallas Empire. This guy was using VPN. Him, FaZe Booyah, FaZe Swag, as well as Blast. They were all using a VPN during a tournament to get themselves into nice, easy bot lobbies in a 2v2 kill race tournament where they are going in against people who don't have a clue that they're getting shit on by people in a tournament. They felt the need to reverse boost by the use of VPN, and that's right, there are VPNs out there that aren't really VPNs. They are just masked as a VPN, but essentially what they do, they are programs that run to break skill-based matchmaking, specifically in Call of Duty Warzone. For example, skill-based matchmaking off and no-lag VPN. These websites are commonly known now, but back then they were not. Streamers were dropping high kill games, ridiculous world records, 60 plus kills in a game. How were they doing it? How were they able to get into a lobby of an average KD of around 0.4 to 0.6? Well, it was by the use of VPN. It was actually FaZe Booyah who stated in the in-game chat connecting to Kenya. But it was on MUTEX's stream that we saw this message. That meant that they were all cheating in that tournament, but again, not many people were that bothered. All MUTEX's fans stuck by him through and through, but then again, if they're willing to stick by his racism, if they're willing to stick by his toxicity, if they're willing to stick by and listen to his bullshit excuse about the CRONUS Pro program being on his computer, then I'm sure they're not that bothered about a VPN. This is a guy with a track history of being a liar, a cheater, and a toxic human being. So this is the story of the CRONUS Man. MUTEX, somebody who has had it all and lost some of it, but still manages to regain every time. Will he find himself signed to a new organisation in the future? Will he find himself with big sponsorship deals in the future? Will he still be invited to large money tournaments when it comes to future Call of Duty titles? Or will he just continue to be the toxic, racist, cheating little scumbag that he is? We will be keeping a close eye on him. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications because you don't want to miss any future uploads. We've got plenty more coming and I'm sure you guys are looking forward to it. If you want to support the channel further, make sure you smash that blue join button and become a member of the Triple B fam. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!